In this video, we will see the introduction to a modern web application development framework, Django, and how to build a static web page with HTML and CSS. What is Django? Django is a Python-based free and open-source web framework that follows the model, template, views, architectural pattern. It is maintained by the Django Software Foundation, DSF, an independent organization established in the US as a non-profit. Let us see some of the important features of Django. Excellent documentation. We can find very good documentation online on the Django framework. SEO optimized. Django supports all the features required for search engine optimization. Versatile in nature. Django framework support integration with many different web framework. Django library code is thoroughly tested, so we will not face many software bugs. Python web framework. It is based on Python, so almost all the Python libraries can be used with the Django framework. We can easily integrate machine learning and AI applications with Django. High scalability. It is highly scalable, it can be used for very large projects. High security. It offers a lot of security features that protect our website from hacking. Rapid development. It comes with a lot of libraries, so we can quickly develop web applications. What are the advantages and disadvantages of the Django framework? Advantages. Implemented in Python. Better CDN connectivity and content management. Batteries included framework. Fast processing. Offers rapid development. Scalable. Security. Disadvantages. Django is monolithic, so we need to understand some features that are specific to Django. Not for smaller projects. Because it comes with a large initial framework and code, it is not suitable for small projects. Sometimes developers find it difficult to use regular expressions for URL routing. This is the folder structure of the Django application. It mainly consists of projects and applications. The topmost folder is the project folder. By default, there will be one application in the same name as a project name. We can add n number of applications inside a Django project. Each application will have a folder under the Django project folder. We can also have a separate folder for templates, static files like HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and media files like images, video, and audio. We have a manage.py file under the project folder, which we use to run the Django project. We use the settings.py file in the default Django application to configure the Django project. All the URL routings will be kept inside the urls.py file. Now, let us see how to create a Django project on our local computer. I am creating a new folder Django projects in my Documents folder. Then, I am opening the Anaconda command prompt. You can see, now I am in the base environment. I am moving into my Django projects folder by using the command cd. Change directory. Now, I am opening the base GitHub repository for lab experiment documentation purposes. I have to fork the repository to my GitHub account. Here, I have a copy of the project in my GitHub account. Now, I need to clone the repository into my local computer, so I am copying the repository URL. In the terminal, I execute the command, git clone, to get the repository copy in my local computer. Now, I got the repository files in my Django projects folder. You can verify this by opening the folder in the Explorer. Now, I have to activate my Django environment. We can see the available environments by executing the command conda env list. I am activating the Django environment by executing the command conda activate web app. Here you have to use your environment name instead of web app. We can create a new Django project by executing the command Django-admin start project, then the name of the project. You can use your own project name. Special characters and blank spaces are not allowed in the project name. You can see all the auto-generated files in Explorer. It matches with the Django folder structure. To open the Django project in Visual Studio Code, I am executing the command code. From the repository folder. You can see the project folder and the default Django application folder inside the Visual Studio Code Explorer. I am adding folders to keep the static files. First I create a folder, static. Then, inside the static folder, I am creating folders for CSS, JavaScript and images. Make sure the folders IMG, CSS and JS folders are inside the static folder. Now, I am creating a new file, index.html inside the static folder. Then, greetings.css inside the CSS folder. Then, copy and paste the images to the images folder. Now, I am pasting the HTML content inside the index.html file. Here, I am pasting the CSS rule sets inside the greeting.css file. This manage.py file we execute to run the Django application. The last step is, we have to configure the static folders in the settings file. So, I am opening the settings.py file. First, I need to import the OS package. Then, I am mentioning the location of the static folder using this syntax. So, the static files can be opened using the static URL. Now, I need to save all the files. Here, I am choosing a suitable Conda environment. Then, opening the terminal. Make sure you have selected the command prompt. I am moving into the Django project folder using the command cd project name. Make sure you have the manage.py file inside this folder. Now, we can run the project by executing the command python space manage.py space run server space port number. Here it is 3000. You can open this URL in the browser. It opens the default Django home page. You can open the static file using this URL. Here, the CSS is not linked properly with the HTML page. So, I am checking the file name and making the changes. Now, if you refresh the page, we can see the final web page with CSS design. You can upload the project into the GitHub repository using git commands. Thank you for watching the video.